Hello everyone, it's the editor here, and this video is going to be different from the rest of the videos I usually make. Yep, today I'm gonna be doing a podcast. Yay! So I hope you guys are doing okay right now because right now things are crazy for everyone, which includes me. Yeah, now the reason why I want to do a podcast in this video is because I want to try talking to an audience for once. Even though you guys are like a silent wall to me. But anyways, I'm going to talk about my life during COVID. So, last year, COVID came down upon us and everyone had to go under quarantine. We all had to social distance from each other and kids had to start doing school at home and through Zoom. I ended up doing home-based learning too, which was okay, but it was crazy. The start of home-based learning was smooth, and I was doing my work smoothly and trying to be chill. And I also tried to text my friends at some point of time, which our conversation only lasted for 2 minutes. But anyways, while I was doing HBL, sometimes my mom would call me out to do chores, like fold the clothes and wash the dishes and all that stuff. So yeah, washing and drying the dishes was easy. Folding the clothes was easy too. But trying to wash the clothes and dry them can sometimes be crazy. Like, sometimes I would forget how to set the washing machine. And I would be asking my mom and sister like what I should set the washing machine to. And well, sometimes they'd be annoyed at the fact that I keep forgetting how to set the washing machine. But I'm okay. And well, my laundry's okay so far. But I would survive anyways and go back to doing HBL. Now, HBL has a lot of ups and downs. HBL is good for multiple reasons, like having more time to do homework, spending more time with your family or with the people you're stuck with, and trying new everyday activities. This one time, it was snowing, and I wanted to go outside and play in the snow with my siblings and with the younger kids in my neighborhood. I went down and looked up at the sky. I was staring at all the lovely white dots coming down from the sky. I took pictures and recordings of the snow. I played with the kids and I made snow paintings with expired food coloring. My hands turned red and frozen after touching all that snow, and I couldn't even feel my fingers after that. But I went back inside anyways. Okay, and now for the depressing and bad things about HBL. So, I still do HBL, which is home-based learning, and I'm always busy doing homework and never having my free time trying to do what I want. And I had to social distance and be stuck at home most of the time. And internet always lags once in a while, and then you're like, why am I still sitting here when the internet is gonna drop on me all the time? And yeah, being busy. Sometimes I would be stressed at the fact that internet was lagging and my friends and I were still given a lot of homework from the teachers, even over the break. Like, sheesh! Do you really want to get 1,001 emails from students at 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. that badly? Wow, bravo! You just got yourself some homework and a cup of stress. Eh? Eh? Now this is what I call karma for giving us homework. Payback time. Also, a good thing about social distancing is that you can talk to your friends online and probably make new friends online too. I tried talking to my friends online, and it felt really great to interact with my friends, even though our conversations only lasted for 2 to 3 minutes. But it was okay. One time, I even played Roblox with my friend online, and we had an awesome conversation on a phone call, and making our characters jump around in the game. That was so far one of the best conversations I had with a friend for 10 minutes straight. Oh yeah, and if you're that person that played Roblox with me for 10 minutes straight, if you're watching this video right now, maybe we should try playing Roblox again. Or Among Us, if you're free. Oh yeah, and fun fact, Among Us has become popular this year. If you don't know what Among Us is a game that you have to do tasks on a ship or lab in order to survive. And there is 1 to 3 imposters in the game that are supposed to try and kill you. Even though you're dead, you still have to do tasks as a ghost. And the players are going to have to try and figure out who the imposters are to get rid of them in order to avenge your death and survive the game. And that's pretty much what you do. But other than Among Us, there are still good things about staying at home, like trying new activities, hobbies, and seeing new stuff on the internet. As I was looking through the internet, I began to see posts of people trying new activities. I also tried new activities like cooking scrambled eggs and sunny side up for myself and riding a motorbike. Yes, I rode a motorbike, a few laps to and from my apartment. And I was pretty unsteady when I started off, and I kept thinking that I was gonna crash into my neighbors if I went too fast. But it's okay, I survived. I'm alive, I am in one piece, and I'm talking to you guys right now. See, I'm still alive. And you know, after trying these activities, I felt good. I felt great. But I also wanted to tell my friends about the. I also wanted to tell my friends about what I've learned this past year. But I couldn't. Well, mainly because we're not allowed to travel anymore, and most of our fall activities were cancelled, so I couldn't travel and tell them anymore, and neither can them. So we're stuck indoors, and you know, we're busier now. I really want to tell my friends badly about what I've been doing, but we're all so far away from each other, and you know that we're not allowed to travel anymore, unfortunately. And to be completely honest with you guys, lately I've been having the nostalgia for hanging out and being social again. But I can't. Because, well, lately this year, some people have decided not to be social anymore and, well, do their own stuff. And me? Well, I'm sitting here waiting for someone to talk to, and I waited, and we're all so busy, and I've got nobody to talk to but myself, and yeah. But that wasn't the only thing I learned so far. I guess people have the right to be not social, but you know, I really need someone to talk to. Which is sort of the reason why I'm doing this podcast right now, because like I said before, I needed someone to talk to, even though I'm talking to a silent wall. But, I find this podcast as a good excuse to talk to myself in the room, by myself. And I'm basically talking to a bunch of people on the internet. Like, I think some people would talk. Some people might watch this video, while some people might not. But it doesn't matter. At least I got to talk to people again. And I will call myself a lonely social being this year. This year has been a lot. Well, there's me. My friends are all so far away, and then I'm just sitting here waiting for someone to talk to. Like, no one wants to talk anymore. And You're probably gonna be asking me, like, don't you have friends at school? Because you go back to school now, like, don't you have friends there? Well, yeah, I have friends, but they're also focused on studying than spending time with each other. And some people might, right, they'd rather talk to themselves or make friends with themselves, which is new. But it's okay though. I mean, they have the right to be not social. I think my only problem here is with interacting with people now. Yeah. And I've been talking to myself a lot this year because I feel like I'm talking to a friend, but I know the friend is not there. It's like I'm talking to an imaginary friend, but yeah. And whenever I talk to myself, I feel like I have company and I'm somewhat at peace, but some people just tell me to not talk to myself because it's weird. That's true sometimes, but like how would you feel if you were alone most of the time and you got no one to talk to but yourself? Like all your friends are just carried off far away somewhere else and then you got no one to talk to but yourself. You know? Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I talk to myself. And every now and then I just wonder when COVID is gonna end because you can't even travel freely anymore. Like, government is always controlling us. And yeah. And here's a real thing that I'd rather address this to you guys. COVID is not scary. It's the reaction of people that make it sound scary. Now, why I'm addressing this to you guys is because I've seen and observed the whole charade, and I've heard all the charades that have been happening in the world, and all the reactions, not by one, but many people. And what's really annoying? Is the fact that some elders in the country I'm living in, like, sometimes they would ask me and or my friends or family, and they'd be like, "Are you a foreigner?" And then they would try to find ways to discriminate us. Well, but we managed to get through, so we're fine. So far. But the whole point is, it's really irritating when people ask us this question. Like, it's really annoying. It needs to stop. I mean, how would you feel if I said, "Oh, do you like tomatoes?" And then I'll try to discriminate you in some way because you like tomatoes. Like, how would you feel like that, huh? And that's what discrimination is like. But besides all the discrimination, staying indoors, waiting for someone to talk to you, and using a lot of internet, the only thing we can be thankful for is the fact that we are still alive today. Those that died during Corona didn't get to live up to this day. We learned some knowledge and life lessons about living in the pandemic and observing how people change in a time like this. And the only thing we can hope for is that we will be safe in the future, even though it's a mess. So, I hope you enjoyed my first podcast and listening to my awkward noises and rants while watching a speed paint. And tell me what you think about this video. And have a nice day, everyone. See you next time.